Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about what I think art is. Um, Art is many things, and it has many definitions. Um, but in my heart, the definition of art is a reflection of my soul and my appreciation and admiration for the God of creation and the people that I love and the things that I love. Animals that are around in Missouri and even in other states, of course. But because I live in Missouri, the animals that are around here, I like watching them and studying them and seeing them because they're so, I don't know, just so amazing. The things that they do, the things that they can do, even the things that they can do that couldn't possibly do. And sometimes they're even kind of funny, that kind of chuckle at them and go, that's kind of funny. Um, but to me, that's what art is. It's creating things from the heart, and it's also fun. I mean, if you're not having fun doing the art, if it's too serious, then you know it's probably not the best thing. Because art should always give you a feeling inside of just being connected with who you are as a person. And that's what it does for me. And so today, instead of like making art, I'm going to show you some of the art that I've already made that I didn't make. I've just started making videos. And so I have been making art for years and years and years, and I couldn't ever show you all the art in one video. But I can show you some of the art, especially some of my more recent art, and kind of give you a little bit of an explanation about, what they are and why I created that particular piece of art. And so I'm going to just kind of walk around. Basically, my gallery is my home because, I don't pay anything for my gallery if it's at home. And if I want to invite people in to see my art, they can just got to keep my house clean, of course, but that's a little downside because sometimes I don't feel like cleaning house. But I do it anyway because if people want to come in, they can come into my house and they can see my art right on the walls. And so I'm going to walk around and show you some of my art. So I really hope you enjoy and just, let me know what you think. And this is my dining room gallery wall. This is a quilt. It's called Illusionary Imagism. And there is a poem that I wrote to go with it. It is actually an art quilt. Here is a close-up of it. There's a tiny little fly. And the poem goes like this. A jungle flower of fuchsia hue rests delicate in the morning dew. Its petals catch the sunrise light, making it a brilliant sight. It lures the touch of a tiny fly's feet because its appearance seems so sweet. This insidious impostor of harmless rapport traps its prey with solemn gore. Death comes to the little fly with bitter retreat as it struggles and struggles towards arduous defeat. And there's the dumb little fly. It just didn't get it. that that wasn't the kind of flower to land on. These are actually called pitcher plants. And here's a piece that's done with cut paper is the medium, and I just call it birds. This is a larger painting of mine. It is a barn or just a little shed with a country road, and there's probably, if you use your imagination, you can imagine that there's a little farmhouse up the road of some sort. And the one below it is another painting that I did while attending university. I didn't name it. It's just a it's just a painting of my window, my back window where in my, I have a really long house. And it's a very open floor plan, so this is like the little breakfast nook area at the window and looks out into the backyard. This is a green heron, and we have those here in Missouri. He's got a fish in his mouth. I don't know that I did the greatest job conveying that that was a fish, but I wanted most of the attention to go to the beautiful bird. And the painting up here is, of course, a horse trotting just through some pasture. And that is my dining room gallery wall. This is another one of my gallery walls. The top painting is called Spring River, and the bottom painting is just a stream, not really a river, and in the autumn. The painting doesn't really have a name. And this little guy is, of course, the white-tailed deer. They are everywhere. Farmers call them hoof rats. Probably because they eat the crops. This is a picture of a big tree that I painted, and it's called Place for Prayer. And I called it that because of that little dirt spot at the bottom of it, at the bottom of the tree, that looks like a place where you could just, sit down and have a good talk with the Lord. I usually can't find places like that because there's usually weeds everywhere. I'd have to take my weed eater with me and clear it out first. And I'm not really interested in doing that. So we'll just make one in my imagination. And this is just a little robin basically standing beside a barn. Here's some little wild animals, a little baby white-tailed deer, it's called a fawn, and a little rabbit. That's the door to my laundry room, and I actually make wreaths too. I do flower arrangements and wreaths, and I just do all kinds of stuff. I don't just paint with acrylic, and I draw with colored pencil, and I use a lot of different mediums. This is a painting. The top one is called Deer Trail, and the bottom one is just a little squirrel. Here we have just a pretty little. It's not a very big landscape. I think it's like 12 by 14 or something like that. But it's really nice. It just looks like a place you want to go. Maybe that's what I'll call it, a place to go. And then the bottom one it's a little chipmunk. It took me a long time to do him, so I drew every little hair on his little back. It's very detailed. If you get up close, you can probably see. He's very pretty. And then on this wall, that one's where the light's at, so it's you can't see it very well. I'll kind of go closer to it. This is just a Baltimore Oriole sitting on a pink dogwood branch. And then just a little crow sitting on a pumpkin. He's probably thinking about, do I want to peck on this and get me some pumpkin seeds? I don't know. I don't know what crows think. I know they're really intelligent birds. That's my husband's grandfather's flag, his veteran flag. He was a veteran of World War II. Well, that's basically all I have for this one, for this video. I hope you enjoyed me sharing my art with you, and my home. And, well, I pray you have a blessed day.